is a song of degrees written by David. And if you would stand and just read this with me in a contemplative mood. I just want you to read this and don't just read this, but I want you to think about it. I'm going to talk about this just for a moment. Sermon number 1, talking about the prayer table. Behold how good and what? How pleasant it is for brethren to what? Dwell together in unity. Let's stop there and say dwell together in unity. Okay, verse number 2. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garment. Come on and say, it's like the precious ointment. That's the second point. Verse number 3, read, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dews that descended upon the mountains of Zion, for there the Lord commanded blessings, even life, forevermore, right? So we have two things. Come on, say the dews of Hermon, and say God's blessings are there. May be seated for a minute. And so the central theme of this particular verse is around the subject of unity. Come on and say unity. When I was growing up, there was a song we used to sing, and I kind of remember it, and it was one of the favorite old contemporary songs of the church. It says, where there is unity, you will find strength. Unity is strength. Unity is strength. God, please give our people unity. That's how the song used to go. It's a very important song. So we've been on this thing of praying for unity the past 2 weeks. Now we've got the full month, particularly 24 days thereabouts of the month of June to continue. The warm-up period, the pre-game period, if you want to use that phrase, of our prayer table was during the month of May, which we're going to the end of now. And we've been having, it's been really like this past week, I mean, I started sensing the kind of prayer that I grew up with. And the kind of prayer I grew up with was when the people would get together and pray, you know, and oftentimes, sometimes when you pray, one person leads the prayer, and first week or so I've been doing that because my job is to promote you and to provoke you into prayer. But this last week, the saints started praying, and it was like I was laying prostrate on the ground because I like to sometimes meditate before I close out the prayer. I'll just lay out and just meditate, and I focus on what I need to focus on and hear the voice of God. And as I was laying out prostrate up here on the platform, I started hearing this, what I call this bubbling of prayer. Back in the day, Mother Craft, remember how it was where you hear folk just praying? It was like 100 folk be in the room, but sometimes you can hear everybody praying. It was like a bubbling.